and welcome back to Finding Wendy. So, lots to talk about. I actually found it hard to find some things to talk about this week, but I actually have. So stay tuned and I'll let you know what's going on. First of all, my stats. So as you all know, I started at 450 pounds back in December 2017. I was a month long on Optifast. My surgery was on March 20th, 2018 at Toronto Western Hospital. And I was 375, and last week I was 228, and this week I'm 233. So I've gained 5 pounds. So that's a difficult thing to see on your scale. And that's basically why I was hesitant about posting a video today. But after talking to a friend, a fellow bariatric patient at Toronto Western Hospital, she said that's all a part of the journey. That's a part of the journey to have and see your scale going up and down, and especially more than a year out after my surgery. And so I was looking at some old videos that I did last year, 1 year ago. So that's basically what I'm going to talk about in this video, about how far I've come in a year. All right, so stay tuned. So anyways, still on track, you know, hovering around the 230 pound mark for the last month. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and maybe something to do with the set point, but maybe also something to do with the fact that my hip is even hurting more. So stay tuned. Yeah, so I was looking at some videos from last year, and I'll post links at the end. Like 1 year ago, I was into getting into Tutopia. So a year ago I weighed 310 pounds, and today I weigh 233. So that's huge. That's a huge difference between a year. I was hoping to be in the 100s, under 200, but I still have to wait. And as you all know, your weight loss really slows down after a year, and so you're dealing with other things. And yeah, so I was looking at my some old videos, and I wrote down. I have a new date book agenda, by the way, that I picked up when I was in Amsterdam, and so still writing as I do almost every day in my agenda to keep track of NSVs and to keep, you know, if you think of something that is motivating, you write it down in your book as well. And so I just made a list of a few things that I can compare over a year. I sleep much better now. I no longer have sleep apnea, which is amazing. I used to snore really, really badly, and while I was in Amsterdam, I was staying in a hotel with my friend Kathy, and she told me I don't snore at all. I'm as quiet as a mouse. So sleep apnea is gone. Last year, I had asthma. This year, I don't have asthma. I don't have any acid reflux whatsoever. I am popping a lot of Tylenols lately because my hip is worse. So since coming back from Amsterdam, I have way more pain. And last week, I went for my pre-admission meeting at the hospital for my surgery. My surgery is in 10 days, my hip surgery, and so I had to go to the hospital and be there at 7:30 in the morning, so I was up at 5, and went to the hospital, and I had an x-ray, I had blood work, I met with the anesthetist, I met with the nurse, and so meeting with the nurse, first of all, my blood pressure is absolutely amazing. But I'll talk about that in a minute. But first of all, my dog. So Lucy is doing much better. So Lucy is home now. I picked her up on Monday. Here's a picture of me and her in the scooter. And I was able to pick her up with my scooter and then just drive her right home, which was great. And she's doing way better, way better. So I got a crate here, and she sleeps in the crate at night, and then she just sleeps beside me during the day. So that was really exciting that I was able to bring her home. And what's so super sweet nice, my good friends, some good friends that are musicians, they decided to do a fundraiser for her, and they're busking on the street here in downtown Toronto the whole summer. And they said that all the proceeds on this particular day that they played for her on the 9th of August, which is on Friday, all the proceeds went to helping pay my vet bill, because somebody said you should set up a GoFundMe, and I thought, well, yeah, I could do that, but it's, you know, my dog. But anyway, so they raised $130 for me, which is great. It goes towards paying my vet bill, because it's even though I have pet insurance, it's a $2,000 pet bill, and that it hurts a lot. So coming back from an expensive trip to Amsterdam, I just don't have $2,000 sitting around. So anyways, that's going towards helping pay down my vet bills, because the original vet bill, it was $8,000, but I have pet insurance, so $6,000 was covered by pet insurance, and $2,000 I still have to pay, because you have to pay a deductible, you have to pay 10%. The pet insurance doesn't cover walking through the door of a clinic or hospital. So that was that. So yeah, going back to a year ago, I still track food. I still have head hunger. I still have moments where I wish I could eat a bag of chips or a bag of popcorn, but I don't do it. Here and there, I've had a beer. Yesterday, I had a beer. Yesterday, I went salsa dancing. There's a picture of a friend of mine, and we went salsa dancing. I've been playing my horn a lot more this year, which is great. And as a matter of fact, I was playing duets at the office. I was playing here at my house. There's a picture of my niece and my friend Juan, and we were playing, I was playing piano, and so that was a lot of fun. And yeah, so what else happened this week? So I picked up Lucy on Monday, and then we had the fundraiser for Lucy, and I played my horn. I went salsa dancing, but the salsa dancing was a disaster. So with the appointment that I had at the hospital, the nurse took my blood pressure. And the blood pressure was amazing. Here's a picture.
It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock. There we go. So my blood pressure is 110/74. And she said, you're just showing off now. And because she hadn't seen me in a year, and she was really quite pleased at my progress in a year. And my blood oxygen level was 99%. 5 years ago, I had a pulmonary embolism, and my blood oxygen level was 96. So 99% is fantastic, and my resting heart rate is 56, which is very good and very low. So even though I gained 5 pounds this week, all of the other health things that are happening, that I'm so much more healthy, or I don't have swollen ankles or feet at all anymore. Even when I flew to Amsterdam, my legs didn't swell up, my ankles didn't swell up at all. And I remember many years flying. Even 10 years ago when I flew, my ankles would always swell up. So that's a lot more comfortable. And yeah, so my surgery is in 10 days. And basically the results of the x-ray, well, they were quite shocking, because just read to you what the doctor said. Just just gonna get it here up on my computer. Yeah, what is it, the radiologist that reads your x-ray report. So the x-ray report says there is severe osteoarthritis in the left hip with a complete loss of joint space in the hip area. That's severe end-stage osteoarthritis of the left hip joint, and moderate osteoarthritis in the right hip. So this is new to me. I didn't know that I have moderate osteoarthritis in my right hip, because all I can feel is the pain in my left hip. So anyways, sorry, just gonna take a sip of water. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the surgery because, as I mentioned, I went salsa dancing last night, and that was a disaster. I went with 2 canes, and I was standing on the dancing floor with 2 canes, and I could only dance maybe 5 minutes. And then I was in a lot of pain. So I can hardly wait for this hip surgery. I can tell you that. And yeah, so I think that's pretty well it. I mean, it's not really a lot has happened this week, but I'm really, really happy that Lucy is home, and you know, just looking forward to the surgery. Oh, I also forgot, I had applied for a new job with a Canadian opera company, and I got the job, so I'll be working there starting August 26th, not in the orchestra, but in administration. So so that's a good thing because I need some extra money. I still work during the day for the Mississauga Symphony, and then at 5:30 I go and work at the Canadian Opera Company till 5:30, 9:30, and make some extra money because I got to pay off this vet bill, and this is the only way I can do it. So I'm happy about that. I worked there 4 years ago. I left in 2015, and they were happy to have me back for sure. So, so make some extra money, and it's good to get out of the house. Good to get out of the house during dinner time, so you don't sit around and eat and watch TV. You stay busy, and that's the thing. I'm much busier this year, doing way more things, watching less television, going to bed earlier. On average, I used to go to bed at 2, 3 in the morning, and now I go to bed at 12, which is huge for me. Most musicians don't go to bed early at all. But yeah, there's a few shows on Netflix that I usually would binge watch, but this time I'm not, like Orange is the New Black. I love Orange is the New Black. And the other series that I finished just watching on HBO is called Gentleman Jack, and I think I talked about that before. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. Fantastic program about a lesbian woman living in England in 1839, and what it was like to be a lesbian woman in England in 1839. So very, very eye-opening, very interesting. If you like The Crown and if you like Downton Abbey, you'll like Gentleman Jack. So I think that's about it, and I'll just load this up and edit it. By the way, if you ever want me to do a video on how to do video editing, that's something I can also do. Even though a video only takes 10 to 20 minutes to record, it takes usually 2 to 3 hours to edit, and then another hour to upload to YouTube. And the video editing software that I use is iMovie. So just relaxing here. The guys are good. So my friends are coming over. We're gonna have a taco night tonight, and getting ready for my last week of a bad hip. This upcoming week, I'll be teaching a lot this week. I have 6 horn students now, which is great. And then I will be, I have a 1-year follow-up with my nurse practitioner at the bariatric program. And that's about it. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Finding Wendy. And if you have any suggestions of topics that I can talk about, because I must admit, sometimes if there's not a lot happening during the week, I find it hard to post a video. But what I did was just look at some videos from a year ago, and boom, I got inspiration. So if you're worried about inspiration after a year or accountability, doing videos is great. But the other thing is to write in your agenda, like here's last year's agenda, here's this year's agenda, and just write down things that happen, you know, little things during the day, and you can look back at it and go, oh yeah, that's right, you know, little things like, I used to be incontinent. I couldn't leave my house because I had to pee every half hour, and I couldn't be 10 feet away, further than 10 feet away from my bathroom, otherwise I have an accident. I used to sleep with 4 pillows, now I sleep with just 2 pillows, or sometimes 1 pillow. I sleep like a full 8 hours. I only wake up once. I used to wake up like 6 times a night. And now just getting physically my walking going, because I think probably the weight loss, I'm hoping that the weight loss will continue once I can start walking more, because I can walk to work, for example. That's a goal, to walk to work. That's a great goal. Setting goals for yourself is important, for sure. And setting goals for myself, I'm a goal-oriented type person. So I need these types of things to keep me going. So anyways, going on and on and on. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy this. The rest of the summer is just getting shorter and shorter. I don't know if I'll be posting next week, and I'll certainly post after my surgery and keep everybody up to date on how it's going. And my walking, I'll do some videos of my walking as well. Maybe I should do a before video of how I walk and an after video of how I walk. And that's about it. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.